Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to do a little girls night or boys night, because hopefully it's not only girls watching my video. We're gonna have a little like pajama party type topic, literally. I don't know if you can see that. Feeling the cheetah, you know what I mean. But I want to do the topic of how to get over a breakup. Those are the nights like when I'm just going through a breakup and I'm like, I need all my friends at my house right now. We're drinking, we're listening to music, and we're talking about life. And so that's what I'm doing today with you. How to get over a breakup. I have a bad answer for you. You can't just get over it. There is no like ultimate answer that says this is how you get over it, because in reality, it doesn't work like that. Depressing. I know. But seriously, there are little things that you could do that are gonna make the day go by, that are gonna get you by, but they are not gonna stop you from feeling the way that you feel, because if you cared about somebody, if you love somebody, if you spent a lot of time with somebody, if you were in each other's lives, you can't just wake up and say, poof, I want that to go away and it's gonna disappear, because it doesn't, that's not real. There are some people who try to make that real, I think, by ignoring it and pretending like it never happened and running away from it, but that's not a good way to handle your life. So if you're feeling sad because of a breakup, I say good, you should feel sad and you should sit in that emotion and you should learn from the breakup. So get out your glass of wine, or get out your brownies and cookies, or your ice cream, or whatever other stereotypical thing that you do when you're really sad. I mean, I don't even really eat ice cream, but I just feel like that's what people do, so I suggested it. I usually get out a bottle of Kinky, which is vodka, with my best friend, and like eat garbage food and play some good music. So that's literally what I want you to do, except minus the music, because I want you to be able to hear me. So the first thing I always do when I go through a breakup is I make the decision that anytime I want to call this person, text this person, show up at their house, whatever it is, I promise myself, instead of calling them, I'm going to call one of my friends or family. And my friends and family might get annoyed because I might have called 5 times today, but you better pick up on the 5th time still, because you are obligated to be there for me, because you are my friends and family. That's just a criteria, and that's just what it is. Because I don't want to end up calling and having that moment where I'm like, oh, I'm so sad, like I need to have this person back in my life, and then I call, the conversation goes horrible, we end up fighting, it's a really bad situation, and I realize it was a really bad move, and now I just miss them even more because I heard their voice, or I'm just really upset and angry. So we're gonna skip all of that. Don't call your ex, don't text your ex, don't show up at their house, don't show up at their job, don't show up at their friend's house, don't show up anywhere, don't do anything. When you want to call your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your partner, your whatever, pick up that phone and call your mom. That's what I do. Usually I call my grandmother and I'm like, look, Ma, you know, I don't know what I'm doing, I'm losing my mind, I really miss this person, but I need somebody to talk to get my mind off of it. And then she'll talk to me about the most random things, like what she did and how she went and walked the dog. When I hang up the phone, I'm not over the person. It's not a miracle cure, but I will say a lot of times just having a conversation with somebody else, really, it will take your mind off of things, because you have to be present in that moment. And it's the same thing I do with my friends. My best friend, Vanessa, let me tell you, I went through a breakup. My best friend, Vanessa, this is like years and years and years ago. She used to live down the street from me. And I went through a breakup. I just walked down the street and I didn't leave Vanessa's house for like 3 or 4 days. And it got to a point where Vanessa's like, well, like, are you gonna leave? And I was like, no, I'm not. I'm just gonna lay here so I have somebody to talk to and watch TV with. And she was like, okay, cool. Because the reality is you need your friends and family, and you need people around you that understand you and make you feel better. So, and when I say make you feel better, I mean like, actually don't judge you, because we all have those friends that are like, you should just get over it, they weren't that great anyways, and you're like, shut up, I'm sad, like, why are you trying to make me feel even worse for being sad? So you need friends that are like, I am here for you, you cry as much as you want, you do what you gotta do. And then if you take it overboard and you're just still crying about it like months from now, you need that friend that's like, hey girl, pull it back in, we're done with this, you've had your moment, you had your moment to cry, we're moving on, we're conquering the world, enough. So that's what you need. The next thing that I do is I listen to music. And when I say I listen to music, I mean I listen to music 24/7 around the clock. Obviously, at points I'm sleeping, but I let my music play while I'm sleeping. I fall asleep to my music. I wake up to my music. And I have playlists for certain things in my life. One of my exes, I was with him for 5 years. He cheated on me. I was like, I am never going to talk to this person again. And I had that playlist. And I know you know that playlist. That's like mother effing everybody and everything. And it is on a ratchet level 10. And it's like, I'm coming to do things. And I'm not going to say on this channel. But I have that playlist for when I'm in that mood that I don't even have time to be sad. I just need to hear my music that's gonna hype me up and like, yeah, I don't need you. Yeah, I have that playlist. Then I have the really sad playlist where it's just like, oh, I miss you and it's over and how am I ever gonna do this again and you're the love of my life. And I have that for when I wanna cry. You know, I usually start the day off with like the crazy, I hate you, and then by the time I'm going to sleep, it's that like softer music because I'm trying to go to sleep and I'm sad or whatever, so I'm listening to the sad music. So I have that. And then I have like the women empowerment playlist where it's share, believe. It's like, yes, I believe there is love after this. I know I will love again. So, we got our Adeles of the world that are going to get you through it as well. So if you run out of friends and family to call, you hit up your girl Adele and you play her. Or if you're not feeling the Adele vibe, you hit up Keisha Cole and she'll help you through it too. There's so many different people out there that are going to help you through a breakup. You're never going to run out of music, and I suggest you really getting on top of that playlist because it will get you through your moods, and you'll realize, okay, I'm not the only one that's a psycho when they go through breakups. I'm not the only one that's totally devastated and heartbroken and crying myself to sleep. Like, I am not alone because we all go through it. So that is the next thing I think that you should do is go and get yourself playlists. Other thing that I would do, I'm not much of a movie person. I am definitely a music person. So I could give you song after song after song after song after song after song on what you should be listening to. When it comes to movies, I don't know as many. But I do know there are really big movie people out there. Some people love movies. They love the escape of it. So if that's you, cuddle up on the couch for 2 days. I don't care what you have to do. But you get yourself some movies. And you get yourself some crying movies. You know what I'm saying? You watch The Notebook. Cry your heart out. Do what you gotta do. I just straight up watch emotional movies in general. It doesn't even have to be about, like, breakups. Like, before you know it, I'm watching Marley and Me. And I'm sobbing. I'm watching P.S. I Love You. I'm watching whatever it is that's going to make me cry so that I feel like I actually have a reason to cry because I'm tired of crying over my ex. So now I'm crying over something else when really I'm just crying over my ex. But yeah, movies are great. They also have movies, a person that's gone through it and you end up on the other side and you're like, yeah, I'm actually happy that breakup happened because I've grown so much since then. So yeah, go get yourself some movies. Those snacks that I talked about for watching this, bring your ice cream to that TV and don't get off the couch for 2 days and just have a marathon of emotional movies. Or strong movies, strong movies that inspire you to get up off the couch because eventually you have to get up off the couch. So yeah, do that as well. Also, for all my people who aren't into music, who aren't into movies, we got our books. Read a book. Books really make you escape the real world. If you could find a good book, you can really dive into another world. There were some books I liked by James Patterson that were about some like really good heartbreak stories. I'm down for that. You know what? Maybe once I'm done with this video and I upload it, I will put in the section below, in the box below, like some good music to go to, some good movies, and some good books to try. But everybody's different, so the music that I like you might not like, or the movies that I like you might not. Although I feel like The Notebook is a classic, and if you don't like it, you're weird. So anyways, that's where I'm at in life. As far as my advice goes for having a breakup. And then I would also say, know your mix between staying in and going out. I feel like you need like good balance. So if you feel sad and you just want to lay around for the weekend, let's say you guys just broke up on Wednesday and you want to spend Friday night, Saturday night, and all day Sunday just crying your heart out, watching those emotional movies, you do what you got to do, right? You don't want to shower for a couple days. I hear it. I get it. I've gone without a shower. I've like gone without moving out of my bed. I get it. you know, life sucks sometimes. But that next weekend you need to get up and you need to go out. You know, you can't spend every weekend sad. Let yourself do it for a little while. Feel your emotions, sit with them, but also have that good balance. Go out, be with your friends. And I'm not saying you don't have to party and go crazy. Like, if you're not in the partying mood, because that's me. I used to drink a lot. Now I don't drink that much anymore. And I've noticed that if I'm not in a party mood, like, the last thing I want to do is pretend that I am. So if that's where you're at, I would say you don't need to go out and party. You don't need to be going to the club, acting wild, hooking up with people, like being a drunk hot mess to get over them. I'm not even saying that. I'm saying get out of the house, as in, like, go down the street to your friend's house and be like, I just need some people to hang out with, play some board games, I don't know, do Cards Against Humanity. Do whatever you need to do, but keep interacting with people, keep getting up, keep trying, because that's really all you've got. Heartbreaks suck. We all know it. We've all been through them. They suck. They're going to hurt. You have got to get up regardless. That is my girls' night advice, boys' night advice, my friend night advice. That's what I'm going to say. My friend night advice onto how to get over a breakup. Do what you got to do. Keep it moving. You will find somebody else. I promise. And maybe that person will come back. You ever notice, this is just a side note, you ever notice, like, when you're crying and you're home alone, you're like, oh my God, I can't deal with this. How did this happen? We used to be so in love. And then they never text you in that moment when you really want to hear from them. But then when you get all dressed up and you have one of those nights and you're like, yeah, girl, we're going out. Vanessa, Richard, get it together. We are going out. We're going to tear this house down. We're going to be the life of the party, and I'm out there and I'm partying and I'm going crazy and I'm living my life. And then the next day they text you and you're like, well, why didn't you text me a month ago when I was crying on my bathroom floor over you listening to Torn? Why didn't you text me then? I don't know. It's like they sense once you're happy and moving on, they gotta swoop back in there. That wasn't even a swoop sound, but alright, I'm really off topic at this point. I'm going to end this video, and I'm just going to say thank you, and if you're going through a heartbreak, I promise you that it gets better, and if you have any other tips, leave them in the comments below, because I'm sure I'm going to go through more heartbreaks in my life. I'm only in my 20s, and so I will take note if you have any notes you want to give me. Thank you so much, and I will see you next time.